What's up, guys? Welcome to an edition of Market Marauders. Be in the market, one trade at a time. If you're new to the channel, Market Marauders is an investment channel. Helps you to find the best deals in the market, and also gives you some stock analysis tools, tips, tricks, and trades to make the best trade that you can. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share. Now today we're going over my weekly options trading watch list. So I try to do this every week. Go over a watch list of option trades that I think could yield you to be profitable. Especially coming from my point of view, I'm a retail trader. And there are a lot of retail traders out there. Try to find direction on what are good stocks and what are good option trades that I can find to help grow my small account to a larger account. So that's what these videos are geared towards. So let's jump into it. So for my first one, I got ticker sign COST for Costco Wholesales Corporation. Moving average 50 is 301.04. Moving average 200 is 297.18. They ended the week at 302.43. Now, I like to also give background information on the stocks, tell you what's going on with the company, some recent press releases, just to help you, start your journey of due diligence when picking out an actual stock pick. Because it's not just, looking at the chart and following it. It's also, background information on how the company is actually performing that can help you find a better, more suited pick to help grow your account. So all those things combined, in my opinion, help you to find a good pick. So with that being said, it's going to May 6th press release. This is Costco Wholesale Corporation reports April sales results. So if we go to some of the highlighted parts on here, it says for the 35 weeks ended May 3rd, 2020, the company reported net sales of 107.64 billion, an increase of 7.8% from 99.9 billion the same similar period last year. So basically, they've increased the amount of sales that they've had by 7.8%, which I think is in due to the whole Roni situation. I think also, they will continue to be, increase their sales. I know there have been numerous news articles about how many people have been going, their videos online about lines, going outside of the store, them limiting the amount of items you can actually purchase in these stores. And, as, companies start to change their policies as states begin to open back up, I think people are still going to continue to shop these places because they were able to shop them during the whole pandemic situation. So I think because of the pandemic situation, more people began to go out and start shopping. But also, people may have gone to Costco now that would have never gone beforehand. So they may have gone to Costco um, now just to get a whole bunch of things in bulk in preparation for the lockdown, where they may have gone to Walmart beforehand or some other place like that. So, I think, more people are going to continue to use them as a retailer and a wholesaler, and more people are going to continue to buy products from there. Also, one of them, it says reported net sales of 11.3 billion for the retail month of April. The 4 weeks ended May 3rd, a decrease of 1.8 percent from 11.60 billion last year. So, they still do have decreases, and the increases as well. But I think in the long term they're going to be very profitable company and continue to show growth as we wrap up the whole Roni situation moving forward and policies are beginning to change. So with that being said, I think a call is the best option in my opinion. If you're new to options, this is the Robinhood trading platform. So if you want to join Robinhood, I have a link down below where you can join. Also, if you want to join Webull, I have a link down below for that as well. But this video is going to be geared towards Robinhood options trading. So let's just bear that in mind. Uh, on here, you can see that they have the strike price, break even price, to break even price, percent change, and price, and then expiration. If you're new to options, for me, I personally just buy calls and buy puts. So buying a call basically means you think that the position is bullish, which means you think the market is going to go up. If you buy a put, you think that the market is bearish or the stock that you're looking at is bearish, which means you believe that it's going to go down in value. Me, I believe the stock is bullish, so I'm going to say a call is the best option. For me, I try to use my expiration dates at least a month interval. So that's why I have it all the way out to July 2nd, because I think that is the time frame in which you can actually see the change that you predict happening to actually happen. Now, different people have different methodologies on buying and selling calls and puts. But for me, I just buy calls or buy puts. So strike price is another thing to bear in mind. These strike prices stay consistent, but as the stock fluctuates, the right side, the price right here for the actual strike price, I mean, for the price you pay, is actually going to change. So this price is based directly upon the share price. Since the market is closed, these prices are stagnant. So it kind of gives you a range of what you'll be paying when the market opens on Tuesday. So bear in mind, Monday is a holiday, and the market will be closed. So Tuesday, these prices will change. So that being said, I think a price between $305 to $312.50 is a strike price, is a good price. That is reasonable for this stock to go up to. So you're looking at a change between $3 to about $10.50. And the price that you'll pay now, when you buy a contract, whether it's a call or a put, you're agreeing to buy 100 shares at a specific price. So, I mean, 100 shares per contract. So, this is agreeing to buy 100 shares at $7.43. So the price that you will pay is $743. So just bear that in mind when you see these prices, that this will be like $743 and this will be $1,080. So that's the price that you pay for those 100 shares for that one contract. So each contract is equivalent of 100 shares. So you'll go on here and you'll see the range of price that you'll be paying between $743 per contract to $1,080 per contract for Costco. Expiration date, if your option expires, then you have two things that you can do. You can exercise it or just let it expire worthless. Expiring worthless means that you'll just let it go to zero and it'll be worth nothing. You'll gain no money, and what you've lost will basically be the money you put into it, which would be the $743 if that's what you paid for it. Now, exercising the call is different. You'll actually pay the price to get all 100 of those shares at $743 per share. So just bear that in mind when you're buying calls and buying puts, that those are the two things that'll happen if it gets to that expiration date. And Robinhood will give you a warning, usually at the beginning of the week, that that's about to happen. And towards the end of the day of trading, it'll give you a warning and ask you what you want to do in regards to closing out that contract. So it does tell you about what upcoming options you have and the actual status of those options. So you're kind of not left out, and you don't have to track all of them as crucially as some other platforms may have. So going into our second one, we got ticker sign BABA for Alibaba Group Holding Limited. Moving average 50 is 198.06. Moving average 200 is 194.08. They ended the week at 99.07. I mean 99.70. So they're above their moving average 50 and their moving average 200. Jumping to some background information from them. This came out on the 22nd, so on Friday. They released their March quarter and full fiscal year 2020 results. And jumping into some of their results, we can see that net income uh, attributable to ordinary shareholders was RMB 162 million, a decrease of 88% year over year. Net income was 49 million, decrease of 99% year over year. which to me are very huge numbers. And I think that the company still has a large road to recovery, because if you know or not familiar with the company, they're based in China, but it's like the Chinese version of Amazon. So they do a lot of drop shipping things. They have a lot of companies. They sell a lot of different products, but they sell a lot of products to the U.S. But with borders being closed and the whole Roni situation and factories closing down in China, they were hit really hard because they don't have factories that are in the U.S. that are actually producing these products that they're selling. Most of them are in China. So since the whole Roni situation started in China, and they were the first markets to be hit, I think there's going to have a long road to recovery to actually see them being very profitable in the near future. So, with that being said, you all can go and read this article. I just Googled Alibaba press releases, and this article is from the 22nd. So just bear that in mind when you're looking for the article. Now, going that being said, I think a put is the best option in my opinion. So a put basically just means that you believe the market is bearish, or you believe that this stock is bearish, which I do. I believe that it can go a lot further down than where it currently is, and I think at 199, especially being above its moving average 50 and moving average 200, is a very optimistic number that this is at. I think it can go down a lot more based on it just gave this earnings that is not really good. So I think a price between 185 and 197.50 is a good range. And you're going to be looking to pay between $440 and $873. So a little cheaper than the Costco calls, but to me, I think these puts are a little more guaranteed since the numbers actually came out. And to me, earnings, weigh a lot more than just regular press releases, in my opinion, because earnings actually tells you what the company is doing, how they're operating, and where the money is actually going, and if they are making money. So everyone wants to see a company be profitable. Or see if it is being profitable, or how much different situations impact the profitability of a company, because the more profitable a company is, the higher the stock price is going to go up. And vice versa, the company losing money, bleeding money, burning money, whatever term you want to use for that, the less profitable a company is going to be, which means the lower the stock price is going to be. In this case, in my opinion, as a retail trader, I believe that this stock is going to go down a lot more because they're still trying to recover from the whole Roni situation. Now jumping into the next one, we got ticker sign MRNA for Moderna Incorporated. Now, Moderna's been, on a crazy run, especially from the last video that I talked about it. I have a previous video that I had Moderna on, and I think there was like right around this price, and they just kept going up. Now their moving average 50 is 44.35, moving average 200 is 24.93. They ended the week at $69 even, so they are on a pretty big uptrend or breakout, whichever term you want to use for that, moving forward. Now, jumping into some more information from them, this is on the 18th of May, so some of this stuff is priced in, but you don't want to be FOMO on some of this stuff. So reading articles, or if you're following a stock, getting the articles as soon as they come out is also a really good thing. But I don't think you can be FOMO on this company, especially if you were back in April following them, and they're everywhere. Like every financial blog that I've seen has been talking about this company, and Facebook groups, chat groups, anybody has really been talking about this company. So I don't think anyone's FOMO on them. I think people are pretty much informed. But given the one of the newest articles that came out the 18th, says Moderna announces positive interim phase 1 data for its mRNA vaccine, mRNA 1273, against the Roni situation. So it says after 2 doses, all participants evaluated 2 data across 20 uh, milligrams and 100 milligrams dose. Cohorts seroconverted with binding antibody several at above level seen in covalent sera. Ooh, tongue twister. MRNA 1273. Uh, so basically, it's giving antibodies to help fight off the whole Rona situation. I'm not going to continue to read this because I'm not in the medical field, and I'll continue to butcher the pronunciation of these. So this article just basically Googled Moderna press releases, and it just shows that they're making progress as a company, and I think they're going to continue to make progress. One of the leading companies, in my opinion, in the whole Roni fight situation or clinical trials for Roni, maybe top three companies in my opinion. You kind of have Moderna, um, INO in my opinion, and that's ticker sign INO for Inovio. And then for third, I really don't know who has third, but those two to me have been the top two. Moderna and Inovio have been the top two, the ones to me that I've seen the most publicized as finding actual cures for Roni. So, with that being said, and also given the fact that chart analysis on that crazy breakout, I think a call would probably be the best option. Now, some people may say, when a chart's going up like that and it's been on a crazy breakout like that, wouldn't you say a put would be the best option? Well, if you go back and look at the chart, somebody might say, a put's the best option right around this price, and then it broke out. Say, well, a put's probably the best option, but it went down just a little bit and broke out. I think this company has shown or proved themselves to be a very profitable company, and just following the chart alone, not even just reading the articles, we can see that they've had lulls. So at the end of about every month, they have a lull. So following this pattern, if you look at the end of the month of March, they've had a lull, then they kind of bounce back up. At the end of April, they had a lull and then bounce back up. So we're reaching close towards the end of May. I think the chart will repeat itself and they'll have a lull, then they'll go back up. So that's just my whole analysis on that. Also, given background information, because just reading charts to me is not foolproof. But going into some background information and showing that they have current updates on things that they're doing company wide, I think those two things combined, I think a call is probably be the best option. So for July 2nd, a call between the prices of $70.50 and $68.50. To me, is the best option. You'll be looking to pay between $1,025 and $1,110. So not cheap calls at all. But I think they show a lot of growth potential for the company moving forward. And the more updates they have, the closer they get to finding a cure, I think the better off these calls will be. And you're giving it a whole month to basically, or a little over a month, to actually yield. More results. And it seems like every month they have more results for the company. So those little spikes in momentum will definitely help you to execute this call and the call to actually be in the money and be a lot more profitable than what it currently is. So jumping to my last one for the week, we've got ticker sign CMG for Chipotle Mexican Grill Incorporated. Moving average 50 is $785.68. Moving average 200 is $811.38. And they ended the week at $1,000.55. No, $1,055.70. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. So let's jump into some more news for Chipotle. This came out in April. Some of the other updates that I saw in there was just about things they were doing, places they were donating, helping farmers, and some other stuff like that. This to me is like very important information because it's all revenue based information. So it says revenue increased 7.8% to 1.4 billion. Comparable restaurant sales increased 3.3%, with 1.4% decrease in transactions, including a 1.3% leap day benefit. Through the end of February, comparable restaurant sales increased 14.4%, with 10.7% transaction growth, including a 2.1% leap day benefit and restaurant level operating margin of 21.8%. Comparable restaurant sales during the month of March were negatively impacted by the roadie situation, resulting in a decline of 16.0%. Digital sales grew 80.8% and accounted for 26.3% of sales for the quarter. Restaurant level operating margin was 17.6%, a decrease of 340 basis points. Diluted earnings per share was 270, net of 38 cents per tax after tax impact from expenses related to restaurant asset impairment, corporate restructuring, and certain other costs. 13.7% decrease from 3.13. Adjusted diluted earnings per share excluded these charges was $3.08, a 9.4% decrease from $3.40. So basically, they've increased their revenues and definitely have, kind of capitalized on the whole Roni situation. But to me, these numbers do not dictate the amount of money that this company is actually going for price wise. I think that, in my opinion, that they are overvalued at this price, extremely overvalued. Now, it's just my opinion. This company just makes food, so they're not really combating the whole running situation. Now, I can understand a company that made medical supplies, like Johnson and Johnson, or like company that makes masks, or company that made like hand sanitizer or something like that, being at 1,055, but they just make food. So I don't know how they're actually combating the Roni situation by making food. This price is actually above the price where it was before the market like really tanked. So you know I think this is kind of overvalued at this price, and I could definitely see it going back to levels between 811 and 985, which is moving average 50 and moving average 200. Now, when it will do that, I'm going to give it a month because everything's going to be opening back up, but I don't think they're going to be seeing the numbers that they're seeing now. Um, yeah, I just don't see how this company is its stock is so high based on it just being a restaurant that just makes food. Um, that being said, I think a put is probably the best option in my opinion, and I would say that put for July 2nd expiration date would be a good price between 820 and 780. Now that'll put it right in between its moving average 50 and moving average 200, which are realistic levels to me on where this will go back down to. Now, when it'll go back down to, I think a month time span or a little over a month, which is what this is picked out for, are realistic values for this going back down. Now, if buy in on Tuesday when the market's open, you're gonna be looking to pay between $443 and $465. But I think this is very realistic to have a put on this company because they don't make anything that's helping to combat the running situation, and just selling food to me does not justify the price. So I think it's just a bunch of people bought it, um, and made it overvalued and jump up to the price that it's at now. But I think it's going to go back down to realistic levels, you know, pretty soon. Because I mean, think about it. This company, Chipotle, is essentially stock price is worth more than Tesla. So when I compare it to those two, I think Tesla has a way better value than Chipotle does. So you know, just compared to a company like that, Tesla went up to crazy numbers. Uh, you know, It was like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It went up to crazy value, crazy numbers, and then it fell like significantly. And you don't want to be FOMO when it falls. So when it falls, you want to be positioned to capitalize on that fall. And I think the fall is coming pretty soon. With that being said, those are my picks for the week. Down below, if you are interested in signing up for Robinhood, I have a link for that. Also, I have a link down below if you're interested in signing up for Webull. Get your free stocks on both of those. And don't miss out on these opportunities. There are plenty of deals being made in the market every day. You don't want to miss out on those. You want to capitalize on those and grow your money, grow your accounts. That's the whole point of investing, especially as a retail investor. You want to grow as much money as possible so you can do things, spend the money the way you want to spend it. And subsidize your income, increase your income, increase the amount of money that you and your family have. So make sure you smash the subscribe button down below, like, comment, share, and I'll see you guys next video.